to Navigation Trading Live. You are now part of a growing group of do-it-yourself traders who are trying to change the way investors think about building wealth. But because we don't believe in using financial advisors, stock tips, or traditional financial media, we have to do things different. We have to do things smarter. We do that through an art and a science we call trade hacking. At Navigation Trading, our methodology is based on statistics and probabilities, not hype or emotion. Our core strategies have been used by market makers, hedge funds, and floor traders for many years. Now we share these secrets with you. Whether your goal is to make an extra $1,000 per month or replace your current income, with our guidance, you can achieve financial success beyond your wildest dreams. So let's get started. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great weekend. Today's Monday, August 21st. Welcome to Navigation Trading Live. If you haven't already connected with us on social media, make sure you do. Facebook and YouTube is where we make this broadcast live from. And then you can also connect with us on Twitter to stay up to speed on all our upcoming events and announcements. And remember, this broadcast is all about you. If you have specific questions or topics that you want me to cover live and dive a little bit deeper into, this is the place to do it. So shoot us an email at info@navigationtrading.com and we'll do our best to lay out those pieces of information on future broadcasts. So before, the market's going to open here in a few minutes, but before it does, we've got a really cool announcement to talk about, major announcement that you guys, I think, are really going to love. And what we're going to do is we're having a contest, and one winner will get to trade our $50,000 account. How cool is that? You get to take our account with real money and trade it for a period of 3 months. So there's going to be one winner, and it's going to be a drawing, and we're going to be announcing that winner here in about a month or so. So the actual trading will start on October 1st. So we want to give about a month or so for people to apply and register and enter to win. So let's go to the contest page here and give you a little bit more information. So like I said, we are going to fund an account with $50,000. One winner will be chosen in drawing to participate. The actual contest will begin October 1st and it'll last for 3 months. And then the participant who wins, who trades for that 3 months, you're going to get to keep 50% of any profits at the end of that 3-month period. Okay? So a couple things that you need to know to be eligible is you've got to complete the application by September 14th, 2017. Okay? So we've got basically a little over 3 weeks for applicants to submit their information to be eligible to participate. You have to have completed at least 2 courses from Navigation Trading. You've got to know our methodologies. You've got to understand how to enter the trades. You've got to understand how to close the trades. You've got to understand how to adjust the trades. So you've got to know at least 2 of the strategies from our courses. You've got to be a current subscriber from Navigation Alerts because you've got to know our methodology. You've got to know our trading style and how we do it. You're not just going to be able to place any trade you want in this account. It's going to be under the direction of myself and our team here at Navigation Trading. You've got to have a good working knowledge of the TOS, of the Thinkorswim trading platform. So you got to know how to enter and exit trades. If you're trading on some other platform, unfortunately that's not going to work because we're going to be trading this account from the Thinkorswim platform. So if you're not familiar, if you do trade with another broker, that's okay. You've just got to download the paper trading account and understand how to enter and exit trades from TOS because that's the platform that we will be using. You've got to be able to trade. There's the market open. So we'll get to the platform in here in just a second, but you've got to be able to trade during normal market hours. Okay, so you've got to be able to, if you're tied up all day long and you can't breakaway to make trades, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do this. And you've got to be able to be available for one call a week with myself, and where we can go over trades and get kind of a game plan for the week. It's not going to be a huge time commitment, but you've got to have at least 15 minutes every day to be in front of the platform, and then once per week, you've got to be available for a 30 to 60 minute call with me, kind of a coaching call. So it also kind of doubles as a coaching session, a private one-on-one coaching session. And then because of the rules and regulations of the contest, you also have to be a current resident of the U.S. So unfortunately, if you reside outside the U.S., you wouldn't be eligible. Some of the other frequently asked questions here: what types of trading strategies will we be trading? All the income strategies that we teach in our courses. So iron condors, calendars, butterflies, strangle straddles, puts, calls, verticals, all those types of things. I already mentioned the time commitment. You got to be available for at least 15 minutes during the trading day, and then once a week for 30 to 60 minutes for a phone call. I already mentioned the winning participant cannot just place any trade they want. You can only place trades that are authorized by us here at Navigation Trading. The contest lasts for 3 months. At the end of that 3 months, the participant who won is going to get 50% of the net profits from the account. Obviously, you're going to have to pay taxes on that money. And then what if the account loses money during the contest? That's all on us. So the participant is not responsible for any losses. You get to keep 50% of the wins, but you don't incur any of the losses. How about that deal? So really excited about that. I think you guys are going to love that. I'm not going to give out the link yet. Still working on a couple final things, but I did want to announce that to make you aware. So make sure that if you're interested in entering, interested in participating, make sure you qualify, make sure you get everything in line so that when you apply, your application does not get rejected. So I'll be sending out the link later this week where you can have a link directly to the application and get signed up. So hope you guys enjoy this. It's just another way that we're trying to get people engaged in the process of trading, and what better way than to give away the ability to trade our money. So it's going to be fun. Look forward to it. Let's go to the platform and take a look at what's going on in the markets. So just in the last few minutes, the market looks like it's started to drop a little bit. S&P's down 5, NASDAQ down 14. So we'll see if this downward spiral that we had at the end of last week continues. See if we actually get some follow through, or if it's just going to rebound to new highs like it keeps continuing, seemingly continuing to do. Every time we get a little bit of downside, it just rips back higher. I'm not so sure that's going to happen this time. Things are feeling a little heavy. Obviously, nobody knows. It could absolutely turn around and rip higher, but I'm looking for a little bit more continuation to the downside. Bonds are up a little bit. You can see the VIX is up a little bit. In fact, and actually VIX futures are actually down a little bit. So we'll continue to watch that. Oil down about 0.5%. Gold up about 0.5%. Let's see, natural gas down a little bit. The grains continuing their downside. So we'll be looking to make some adjustments in our grain positions in our alerts portfolio. The emerging markets, EWW up a little bit. FXE, the euro, pretty flat, up a little bit. EEM up, EFA, pretty mixed, pretty flat. No real big movers in the indices. Retail, XRT continues its downhill slide. And then you can see some of the currencies pretty flat. If we take a look at some of the major stocks, the only other major mover I see here right off the bat is Baidu is up a couple percent. Everything else is relatively flat. Just kind of doing a quick scan here to see if there's any major movers. Nike's down over 2.5%. So after that major drop last week. It's continuing to the downside. Let's see, Snapchat's up about 1%, kind of making a bounce after it announced earnings here. Tesla's down about 1.5%, so it's kind of range bound recently. And that's about it. So what I want to do is I want to go to our trade of the week. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different this time because I'm going to go to a stock that we actually already have a position on. So after Amazon announced its earnings, had a little bit of a vol crush, but implied volatility was still decent, and so we sold some premium. We did an iron condor in Amazon. Now since then, Amazon has continued to slide a little bit to the downside. So if we take a look at our analyzed graph, you can see that price is down here. So we're down just a little bit, down 50 bucks on the trade. We just did one contract, and this was an alert that was sent out to alert subscribers. And so what our typical mechanical way of adjusting an iron condor is once price has breached our break even. Okay, so it's either breached our break even point to the upside or breached our break even point to the downside. That's when we look to adjust. And our first mechanical adjustment is we close out the untested side. Okay, so this is the side that's being tested, so we would close out the call side. Now if we take a look at our call side, you can see we're basically at max profit here, right? The max profit, if you follow this box here, max profit is 148, and we're at a current profit of 145 on that call side. So you don't always have to wait for price to go all the way through the break-even point, because really the point is there's no extrinsic value left in this, so we can go ahead and take this off because it's not helping us anymore. We've gotten all we can out of that call side. So if it continues to move lower, that's not going to help us. In fact, all that's going to do is hurt us because we're still holding on to the put side. Okay. So what we will do is we're going to close out this call side, and then simultaneously what we would do is we would add another iron condor that's centered around where price currently is. So that allows us to collect another credit, and it allows us to widen our break evens around the trade. So let's go to the trade tab. Now this current position only has 25 days to expiration. Okay, so when we enter a trade, we always want to be in that 30 to 60 days, stay out of the weeklies, and so we would want to go out to October for that additional iron condor. Now the other reason I'm doing this is because implied volatility is still continuing to stay high. We've got an IV rank of 51, and we've got an IV rank of 60, IV percentile of 51. Okay, so it's above that 50 level where we like to sell premium. So if we go to the trade tab, we're going to go out to the one with 60 days to expiration. And if you don't have an Amazon position on, you could actually enter this as a new trade as well. For our alerts portfolio, this is going to be an adjustment because we already have that position on. And so we're going to go to about the 20 delta, where we're going to sell our call. We've got a 19 and 23. I like to opt higher, and it's right around 20, so I guess we could do the 1040, keep it wide. So let's go ahead and use that, which would be the 1040. So we go ahead and sell iron condor. We're going to stick with our 10-point wide strikes, so we just choose the 1050, which is already populated there on our call side. Then we go to our put side, same thing. Look at the 20 delta puts, which is the 885. So we would sell the 885. And then we would buy 10 points lower, which would be the 875. 875. Okay, so looking at a credit of, market's a little wide this morning, but we'll keep it on the mid price for now and analyze that. So let's click off our current position and then take a look. And so again, we're just adding another iron condor centered right around where price is right here. So we're widening that break even. We're giving ourselves more time to be right because we're extending duration. We're going out to October. And so one contract, max risk on this is 670 bucks, max profit 330. we'll go ahead and try to get filled at mid-price, but we'll probably have to adjust that. So I'm going to end the recording before I get filled. Once I do get filled, assuming I do, I will send this out to alert subscribers. If you haven't checked out Navigation Alerts, you can still do so for a 2-week trial of only $7. So check it out. Everybody have a great week of trading. We'll talk to you next week.